Welcome everyone to the grand reopening of TWA's Battlefront, live at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Canada. Hello everyone, RJ Peckham here alongside my broadcast colleague Mark Adams. Mark, I gotta tell you, it feels great to be back in the saddle again. TWA is back with new storylines, new wrestlers, new pay-per-views, and most importantly, we are back to save pro wrestling.
Well, what more can I say except I thought I was out and now I'm back in.
And apparently it looks like we are going to start off this new Battlefront, this new season, with a new general manager.
That's true, and I have not been told yet who it is, so don't look at me.
Well, don't look at me either, I don't know. Looks like we're about to find out who it is in a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new TWA General Manager, Indiana Jones!
Really?
One of TWA's all-time great performers, Indiana Jones. Apparently he has decided to step down from in-ring competition and has now assumed the position as TWA's general manager.
The last time we saw him, I believe he competed at End of Days where he lost the light heavyweight title in a ladder match.
Indy receiving a huge response from the crowd here in Toronto.
I do have one question though. What happened to Rich Uncle Pennybags?
Well, your guess is as good as mine, Mark. But personally, that was a dark period that the Television Wrestling Association suffered under that man. And hopefully now we can move forward. I don't know what Indiana Jones' expertise is in regards to business and running a promotion.
Glad to have you all back, folks. After a difficult process of relinquishing Rich Uncle Pennybags' general managing duties from a hospital bed and a thorough interviewing procedure, I was chosen to be TWA's next general manager.
Sounds like everybody approves.
He's got my approval already.
I was told I got the job because of my experience, my integrity, and my fair and equitable opinions towards all our athletes. Now, I don't know about you, but I like organization. I sweat the details. Which is why I pitched the idea to TWA management of pairing our vast and diverse roster into a divisional system. TWA has spoken with the studio representatives of each of our athletes, and they have agreed to participate in our experiment. As of right now, all our athletes will be representing 20th Century Fox, Paramount, Universal, and Warner Brothers. I don't quite have time to reveal every single superstar and which division they are a part of, but throughout the night, all that information will be revealed. Sorry to bore you all with politics. Now let's get to tonight's action. Tonight is the first episode of Battlefront in over 3 years, so we need a big card. I was highly entertained by a series of matches between two green monsters near the end of our closing year. So tonight, let's watch Frankenstein's monster and the Incredible Hulk battle once more. And this time, they will compete for for #1 contendership of the Television Wrestling Association Championship. And let's not forget about our lovely ladies. Tonight, 2 of the TWA's greatest female combatants will dance once more for contendership of the Women's Championship. I am, of course, talking about Samus versus Metal Queen. All that and more is coming up on Battlefront. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy this show.
Wow, Indiana Jones already starting off our first Battlefront in over 3 years with a bang. We are going to see Samus taking on Metal Queen for #1 contendership to Santina's women's title.
That's the one I'm waiting for.
And of course, the main event will be the Incredible Hulk against his sworn nemesis, Frankenstein, for the #1 contendership to the TWA Championship.
Oh, and speaking of matches I'm waiting for,
well, we are going to start off Battlefront tonight with the undefeated German giant, Gigant, as he awaits the challenge of the returning Tourette's guy. As of right now, Gigant is still 14-0. He hopes to add 15 to his streak here tonight.
that won't be hard.
Tourette's guy, he's a fighter. He doesn't know when to quit, although he should.
Our opening contest is scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by his dad, from Columbus, Ohio, weighing in at 228 pounds, Tourette.
You say he doesn't know when to quit? It's more like he doesn't know when to shut up.
Well, I'll tell you this, if he happens to break Gigant's streak here tonight, there will be no shutting up Tourette's guy ever.
If he breaks the streak, I'm gonna shut this down on our first episode.
Still wearing that Tony the Tiger shirt.
Oh, by the way, what happened to his neck brace?
Apparently he must have healed up that neck.
And his opponent, from Munich, Germany, weighing in at 365 pounds, Giganto.
The Teutonic Tower of Terror, the German giant, the man who remains undefeated in the Television Wrestling Association, Giganto.
I am still baffled to this day of why he suffered for so long in the TWAR.
Well, all of that is in the past. Gigant has made an impression since he debuted in the Television Wrestling Association back in 2014. And here's the bell. Gigant already goes full force with a kick into Tourette's guy's head.
He may need that neck brace again.
Hard elbow. And already another headbutt to the Tourette's guy. Tourette's guy kicks him off, though. I wonder what Tourette's guy's method is going to be if he wants to keep the German giant down.
Well, it's not going to be yelling those profanities.
Massive gorilla press slam. Tourette's guy's already reeling. Oh, Tourette's guy with a hard fist. But I don't think you go after Gigant's noggin. It's only going to make him angrier. And Tourette's guy, once again, his back is suffering. It's not going to do that miraculously healed neck any favors. And now Gigant.
That reverse DDT is usually what sets up the consequence.
And Gigant is motioning to the crowd that he's ready for the consequence. Lifts him up.
And there goes his neck.
I think Gigant just re-injured that broken neck of Tourette's guy. 1, 2, 3. Gigant is 15-0.
Here is your winner, Gigant!
Gigant celebrating another victory, and Tourette's guy has some serious soul-searching to do.
As impressed as I am with Gigant, I'm still waiting for the opponents of his to start getting more skilled, more technical.
Yeah, someone like a Tourette's guy would be considered target practice for Gigant, but what's going to be like when he has to get in the ring with the Hulk or Conan or those people? But Tourette's guy,
he's probably already injured.
he looks really in bad shape here. Two people from the back have to come in, and Tourette's guy, he's all woozy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to reveal the superstars representing the 20th Century Fox Division. Primetime champion, TWA. The Wet Bandits. Borat. The immovable Bulk Hogan. Homer Simpson. Norris. Katniss Everdeen. Die Hard John McClane. Metal Queen. Gigant. And the TWA champion, Chuck Norris.
Gigant looks like he's fairly pleased, I think, being entered into the 20th Century Fox division where he shares it with the TWA heavyweight champion, Chuck Norris.
Yeah, this division looks pretty powerful already.
What do you mean we have to forfeit our titles? Conan, we have never been pinned, we have never submitted, we stay tag team champions until the day we are pinned or submitted.
We know, Conan, and we totally understand your frustration. But according to the new rules regarding our divisional system, the tag team champions have to be on the same division, and unfortunately, you two were signed by separate studios. I'm sorry, big guy. You have to vacate those belts.
I refuse. Look, Conan, if I were the studio executives, I would sign you both together. But enough buts. If you want to take my title, you have to drag me out to that ring and pin me yourself. Come on, Tarzan.
I understand your difficult decision, gentlemen, but Conan prides himself on being a fighting champion. And so do I. God, I feel like an asshole! Sorry about that, Billy. We gotta make this up to them. I'm already on that. Wow! Breaking news, apparently Brute Force, Conan and Tarzan, the tag team champions, have been forced to vacate the TWA tag team titles because they were selected by different divisions.
Well, that sucks. But anyway, moving on, we've got a new Superstar Initiative match coming up next.
Indeed, new superstars will be debuting here in the Television Wrestling Association, starting now.
This damn microphone isn't working. Oh, okay, we're back.
This man, he calls himself the Tramp.
And his opponent, from Hong Kong, weighing in at 175 pounds, the man they call Bruce Lee.
I have heard about this man, Mark. The man they call Bruce Lee. He made quite an impression back in Hong Kong. A lot of action films. His legend speaks for itself. Now we're going to see if he can translate that legend into a successful Television Wrestling Association career. The way he moves in that ring is just art itself. And his opponent, who calls himself the Tramp, offering his hand. And well, that was a bit rude. And here's the bell. And Bruce Lee already with arm drags, sweeping kicks. He just kicked the Tramp right in the face. Are we sure this Tramp guy is a wrestler? I mean, he looks like he got lost on the way to a musical theater and ended up in a wrestling ring. And Bruce Lee... oh, Jesus Christ, Superstar! Never seen that before! 1, 2... Why did Bruce Lee break the pin up?
Is he actually giving him a fighting chance?
Well, it's like he's allowing the Tramp to give him a free shot, but oh! Suckered him in. A psych out and a backcracker. I mean, I thought Giganto broke Tourette's guy's back earlier, but that probably looks just as devastating. And the Tramp with a hard elbow. I just think this is a weird matchup. And Bruce Lee really hooks the leg, really working on the knees of the Tramp. I don't think the Tramp has Bruce Lee answered at all. I don't think he has him figured out at all. 1 kick, 2 kick, 3 kicks, right to the solar plexus. Bruce Lee daring the Tramp to get up. He's psyching him out again. 360 kick. And here's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Bruce Lee declares a victory.
Here is your winner, the man they call Bruce Lee.
He probably wasn't expecting to come to TWA to fight a man dressed as Hitler, but he won.
Bruce Lee gets a victory in the new Superstar Initiative in his TWA debut. I mean, I gotta say, Mark, with his martial arts skills, they could rival Chuck Norris. I'm telling you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to reveal the superstars representing the Paramount Division. I have just received word that a trade has already been made. 20th Century Fox has just traded Bulk Hogan to Paramount in exchange for The Mask. Bulk Hogan to Paramount, The Mask to 20th Century Fox.
They must have realized what they had and threw it away quickly.
And now to the rest of the Paramount roster. The Rated R champion, Ghostface. International Man of Mystery, Austin Powers. The Cable Guy, Sarah Connor. Django. Machete. Jason Voorhees. Michael Myers. Captain Rhodes. And the TWA Women's Champion, Santina.
Well, Bruce Lee has no look of concern on his face. I don't think he's been drafted yet by any of the studios.
I'm sorry, can I just have this moment knowing that Bulk Hogan was signed by a studio and then immediately traded away like garbage?
Well, I'm sure there's an explanation for why they traded 20th Century Fox traded Bulk Hogan, but
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the TWA Women's Champion, Santina!
This is an amazing girl, Mark. She pulled off the upset of all upsets just before we went off the air. Santina did the impossible and defeated Metal Queen to win her first women's title.
What's that? I'm sorry, I totally blocked that out of my mind.
Will you be serious? Anyway, Santina has something to say. I'm pretty sure, as Samus and Metal Queen are expected to get it on tonight.
How have all my little sugar plums been? If I doze off a little, I apologize. I'm still hungover from celebrating my women's title win in 2015. And now I get to prove that it was no fluke. Because the first thing I'm going to do is defend my title at the Royal Rumble, and the competition will be tough AF. I'll have to defend against one of two of the toughest, most accomplished divas in the TWA. Whether it's the girl who gave me the courage to become champion, or the girl I beat to become champion. Honey, I'll light up the Wells Fargo Center brighter than the Christmas star and lay you down for a long winter's nap. Good luck, guys.
Wow, Santina, she's not intimidated at all, whether it's by her former enemy, Metal Queen, or her best friend, Samus. She is laying down the challenge. She is ready for the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia in a few weeks.
Thanks for joining me, Invisible Man. Now, I'm just going to say this once. No sugarcoating. I'm all about fair competition for every athlete. And you are not fair to fight against. How could any normal human being fight a man who he can't see? So I'm offering you an ultimatum. You cover yourself head to toe so everyone can see you, or you go look for another career elsewhere.
You think I'm afraid to show myself to my opponents, Indy? I am a dominant force in the TWA, and I will prove to you that I, visible or invisible, I will still be a dominant force. Especially with the combined might of Nazareth and myself.
Speaking of Nazareth, I would like you to deliver this information to him. As compensation for having to strip brute force of their TV tag team titles, Conan and Tarzan will compete for singles titles tonight, respectively, and your friend Nazareth will defend his Universal title against Conan.
Very well.
And I have more planned for you two later tonight. So stay tuned.
Can I go now, Professor? Ugh.
What right does Indy have forcing Invisible Man to be the Visible Man?
Indy's the GM. He can do what he wishes. Anyway, this night is going to get much better, as Nazareth will be forced to defend his Universal Championship against Conan the Barbarian. Perhaps as a consolation prize for Conan having to relinquish the tag team titles earlier. As far as Tarzan goes, I don't know.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Anna, from Seville, Spain, weighing in at 209 pounds, Fernando Striker!
I don't know much about this man who's called Fernando Striker. From what I've gathered in my papers, he is a former adult film star, now making his way to the pro wrestling ring.
And from what it says on my papers, his character on that show was apparently a bowler with big, well, you can imagine,
Big balls. Anyway, there he is with his main squeeze, Anna, who I believe was an adult film star herself. I guess this is part of the new Superstar initiative, so we'll see what Fernando Striker brings to the ring in terms of athleticism. We know what he can do in the bed, but I don't know what he's going to do in the squared circle. And that is one of the most awkward things I have ever seen. Whose opponent's going to be? And there's this. What the fudge?
what the hell is that?
And his opponent from TWAWorld, weighing an indeterminate amount of pounds, Steve.
The ring announcer is just as confused as we are. What is this?
Oh, wait a second. Is this that person from Minecraft?
Mine who? This man who called... he doesn't have a name except for Steve. He's going up against Fernando Striker. And Fernando already starts things off with a Russian leg sweep. Part of the new Superstar initiative. Puts his foot on, I guess it's his mouth. Anna's clapping in approval. And Fernando Striker throws Steve with an Irish whip, but oh, Steve gets out of the way. Massive clothesline.
And I thought the Invisible Man's matches were the most unique ones to watch.
There's a DDT, and now Steve... I don't know if he's got a sleeper hold on Fernando Striker or if he's just grasping him with his two biceps.
You know, that could be a chokehold. He may not be able to breathe.
This is one of the strangest things I have ever seen. And I've seen Bulk Hogan's daughter with a mustache. Nonetheless, Fernando Striker is not giving up. This Steve fellow tries to follow through with an Irish whip, but Fernando Striker slaps him, and I think he raked him in the eyes, possibly. Steve, I guess, has the size advantage, I think. But, of course, Fernando Striker has a more athletic advantage. He's a former adult film star, after all. And Fernando waving to the crowd. I guess it's for the females. And he goes for a top rope dive. 1, 2. Steve kicks out. And now, what is Fernando Striker planning here? A knee to the back. And once again, he's posing for the female fans of the crowd. I think Fernando's wasting a little bit of time. He needs to put Steve away now. Once again, he's waving to the crowd, basking in any admiration he thinks is there, but...
Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure Fernando's got Steve, so he could probably pose and...
But look right there, Mark. Fernando was too busy gyrating in front of Steve that he found an opening and raked his eyes, and now Steve has the advantage. That is a rookie mistake from Fernando Striker. And now Steve is going to make Fernando Striker pay by smashing his pretty face right into the steel turnbuckle.
I would say that his manager should maybe flash Steve, but he's probably more turned on by squares than circles.
To say the least. Steve attempted a 1 count, but that's all he got. Fernando Striker with a hard clothesline to the back. I mean, how do you fight someone who's square like Steve? And there's a hard chop. If Steve has any hands. And once again, Fernando Striker taking the time to gyrate in front of Steve. He's too obsessed with the crowd that he's not exactly focusing. Now, wait a minute. Fernando Striker. He's... Oh! Kick right to the nads.
Wait a second. Isn't that Homer Simpson's finisher?
Maybe. 1, 2, 3! Fernando Striker picks up a victory in his Television Wrestling Association debut.
Here is your winner, Fernando Striker!
Well, his girlfriend Anna approves, and I guess they're gonna celebrate tonight at the hotel. Fernando Striker, he's got a great future ahead of him, but the kid, he still made some rookie mistakes in the match. If it wasn't for his gyrating and trying to get the female crowd all riled up, he would have had the win against Steve a lot sooner.
Well, bottom line, he still got the W anyway, and that's 2 points for the King of the Tube tournament, which is in 11 months.
Exactly. Fernando still has a lot of time where he can learn.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to reveal the superstars representing the Universal Division.
Fernando looks like he doesn't care.
the Universal Champion, Nazareth, Mr. B, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Wario Brothers, Daisy, Dracula, Frankenstein, Link, the Invisible Man, Donkey Kong, Conan the Barbarian, Luigi, Samus, the Incredible Hulk, and Super Mario.
It just keeps getting better. Universal Division already selected the entire Nintendo family, half of the monsters, Dracula and Frankenstein, not to mention Conan the Barbarian, and the Universal Champion Nazareth. We're just waiting for our final division here tonight to make their choice.
Sorry to interrupt, RJ. I just received word that another TWA legend has just arrived in the parking lot.
Who's that? Looks like the limousine pulled out.
Welcome back, Mr. Hogan.
Just point me to the craft table, brother.
Who the hell thinks he's a legend?
Bulk Hogan was originally selected by 20th Century Fox, but then got quickly traded to Paramount in exchange for the mask. And I guess he's here to discuss the terms. Well, well, look who rolled off the couch. Are you lost, little boy?
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers, mister.
You don't even remember me, do you? Your Alzheimer's has gotten even worse. Let me drill this through your thick skull right away, Hogan. I came back to finally make a name for myself in TWA, and I will not let you get in the way again. Got it? Have fun in the 20th Century Fox Division. Oops, I mean Paramount Division. By the way, catering's down there and to the left, you big fat fuck.
Thank you, Gigant.
Well, this is new music.
Is that legs?
No, it can't be.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the man formerly known as Legs, Justin Boner.
What?
I'm confused.
So am I. I mean, his feet have deflated back to normal size. He was always bald, wasn't he? Why is he calling himself Justin Boner?
Please don't tell me that's his real name.
Well, what do you think?
months of soul searching and consulting with family and friends, I got surgery and now I'm finally normal. No more bullying, no more pointing and laughing, no more being called a freak. I now feel happier and more confident than I ever have in my entire life. So confident, in fact, that I'm going to enter the Royal Rumble match, throw 39 crackers over the top rope, and face the TWA champ at Telethon. And before I go, I want to show a special someone my new body. Santina, baby, what do you think?
She's not coming out.
She must be in the bathroom or something. Anyway, I got new legs, and they're going to take me straight to the main event of Telethon.
He got surgery. Well, if he got surgery, why didn't he do something about his face, too?
Or maybe something about his personality. I mean, he's going around with an identity crisis. He thinks he's Justin Boner. I mean, I'm trying to be fair to the guy, but this is just insane. Let's move on with the show. And coming up next, folks, this is going to be a blockbuster. We got Conan the Barbarian, who was forced to give up his tag team titles earlier tonight, will be squaring off against the Universal Champion Nazareth. The title is, of course, on the line.
And from what I saw, the Invisible Man will be in Nazareth's corner, so they seem to still be allies.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TWA Universal Championship.
So we've already found out earlier tonight that the Primetime Championship will be in the 20th Century Fox division, and the Universal title obviously in the Universal division, as well as the Rated R Championship in the Paramount division. So I guess by process of elimination that means the light heavyweight title is in Warner Brothers.
Well, as far as we know, but we'll get our answers in a bit. Conan is gearing up, ready for this match. Conan has achieved a lot in the TWA, former two-time TWA World Heavyweight Champion, and former Tag Team Champion now, as part of Brute Force. This man has accomplished quite a bit too. Nazareth was the very first Universal Champion, winning the title in a 50-man battle royal. And then he ended up being the last man to hold the TWA Universal title just before we went off the air. I still remember that grueling 30-minute Iron Man match he had with the most interesting man in the world at Telethon 6. That was a brutal, bloody affair between those two. Also, a quick reminder, I'd like to point out that should Conan be victorious here tonight, he will officially become the first ever Triple Crown winner. Since he has held both the TWA World Championship and the Tag Team titles, all he needs is a Universal Championship to complete the trifecta.
There are so many superstars that are on that cusp of being a Triple Crown champion, but just haven't been able to finish it.
Conan hopes to do it here tonight.
Introducing first, the challenger from Mesopotamia, weighing in at 269 pounds, Conan the Barbarian. And his opponent, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the TWA Universal Champion, Nazareth.
Nazareth knows how much that title means. And Conan knows it too. And here we go. This will be a unique matchup, as it will be Conan's strength against Nazareth's technical expertise. I think if I were Nazareth, I would want to end the match early. Oh, sorry, no, if I were Conan, I would want to end the match early. Because the longer this match goes, the more it favors the Universal Champion, Nazareth.
And Nazareth, one of the more gifted athletes in our league, he can match his wrestling style to almost any opponent he has to face.
A very versatile opponent indeed. Right now, the Universal Champion has the advantage. But oh, Conan comes right back, twisting the arm. And a massive drop kick. I didn't think Conan was capable of lifting that massive body weight, but he can. Now Nazareth, massive power bomb. Now he's matching Conan for strength. It's really weird how those two swapped in-ring styles right there.
God, the Invisible Man just already doesn't look the same.
And of course, do not underestimate the Invisible Man on the outside, as he will try to be a factor in the outcome of this match. Nazareth with hard closed fists on Conan. I don't know why that's considered illegal though. One, Nazareth's got to do a lot more than that to keep Conan the Barbarian down. With a former two-time TWA champion like him, he's not going to be one that's going to go down easily with closed fists. Hard kick to the gut. Conan the Barbarian already showing off his strength. Gorilla press slam. And a hard knee. He might have broken Nazareth's teeth right there. And now he's picking up dead body weight there. Hard powerbomb. And a hard elbow right to the lower back. Invisible Man, he's probably freaking out right now. What is Conan going to do here? Jesus Christ, Superstar just powerbombed Nazareth outside the ring. But Conan has got to be careful. He cannot win the Universal title on the floor. The referee already making his 10 count, and Conan with a hard kick. keeps sending Nazareth to the outside.
Hey, dummy, you're not going to win the title if you're out there.
And now, collision course right there, but I don't know who got the worst of it. Conan gets back in the ring, and now the count is restarted. Conan, I guess, is using this time to inflict as much damage as he can to the Universal Champion Nazareth so he can be ripe for the pickings when he gets him back in the ring. Massive Russian leg sweep, and Invisible Man, I think he's just begging Nazareth to stay down so he can retain the title.
Well, that's a smart suggestion on his part.
Invisible Man, indeed one of the great all-time strategists that the Television Wrestling Association has ever had. And both men just make it back in the ring before the count of 10. And I don't think the crowd here in the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto wanted to see this match end in a double countout. They want to see a winner. Massive clothesline. And Conan dumps Nazareth right on his back and finishes it off with a spine buster. I remember he put away Tourette's guy pretty quickly with that spine buster back at the Time Frame pay-per-view in 2012. Nazareth still looks like he's in the game, though. It's a hard Irish whip. Massive clothesline. I don't think Nazareth should get into a game of strength with Conan, because even though it worked in the short term, it may not in the long term. And Conan is already... Now he's got the closed fists. And Nazareth is really reeling, and Conan just won't let up. Conan getting into a war of words with the Invisible Man. Don't turn your back on Nazareth, Conan. Focus on your opponent. And now, oh no, Nazareth.
That came out of nowhere.
Indeed. The vengeance. 1, 2, 3. Nazareth retains the title.
The winner of this bout, and still Universal Champion, Nazareth.
Well, Mark, I gotta say, Conan had the match won, but he made a big mistake of taking his eye off the ball, focusing on the Invisible Man, and Nazareth capitalized with the vengeance.
'Cause he's stupid.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our final divisional roster reveal for the Warner Brothers division. I have just been informed that another trade has been made.
Another one?
Warner Brothers has just traded ammo to the Paramount division in exchange for Austin Powers. Ammo to Paramount, Austin Powers to Warner Brothers. And now for the rest of the division. The light heavyweight champion, James Bond. Steve. Sonya Blade. Bugs Bunny, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, Jaws, Tarzan, Jack Torrance, Kitana and Melina, Alex DeLarge, Wonder Woman, Freddy Krueger, Bane, and Scorpion.
Ooh, Ammo's gonna be pissed. He was mocking Hogan earlier. Now he's on the same division as him.
Well, looks like Warner Brothers did indeed select the light heavyweight champion, James Bond. So now, the titles are set in each and every division. The Universal title at Universal, the Primetime title at 20th Century Fox, Paramount has the Rated R, and Warner Brothers has the light heavyweight division. Jones! I figured you would come screaming to me. Look, Ammo, I had nothing to do with you being traded, so if you want to complain, go talk to Warner Brothers. Bullshit! You had me traded to humiliate me! No, I didn't. But I do see potential in this. I am arranging a tournament for the vacant TV tag team titles, and since you're now in the Paramount division, why don't you and Bulk Hogan team up? I'd rather suck Sasquatch's cock than team with Hogan. End of story. Splendid. You're booked. It gets worse for Ammo. Not only is he sharing the Paramount division with Bulk Hogan, he's now going to be forced to team up with Bulk Hogan.
And what was that I heard? A tag team tournament?
Yeah, apparently a tag team tournament is going to be held to determine the new TWA tag team champions. Justin, I'm so sorry, babe. I had my headphones on. Wow, you look great. Yeah. Thanks, Santina. You okay? Yeah, totally. Just waiting to see who I'll be facing at the Royal Rumble, you know? Yeah, true. Well, I gotta go catch my flight. See ya.
They don't look like a very happy couple right now.
Well, I think Santina is struggling to make sense of this whole thing just like we are. The artist formerly known as Legs, now calling himself Justin Boner, looking completely different.
I have some news, Homer. For our first ever On Your Monitor house show, we need a somewhat big main event to give the spectators their money's worth. So I have decided to pit you versus Borat for #1 contendership of the Prime Time Championship. That's all fine, Indy, but I hope you do something about that Fernando Striker guy. That thief stole my finisher! Homer, I think you would be more concerned with this match rather than someone using your finisher. Well, I am! The Shattered Donuts is my trademark, and he stole it! Anyway, good luck next week.
Well, coming up next, we got tag team action. The Wet Bandits, representing the 20th Century Fox division, going up against the new team of Link and Donkey Kong.
And from what I'm hearing, this is part of that tag team tournament that Jones was talking about.
Link and Donkey Kong representing the Universal Division. As a matter of fact, the whole Nintendo family is representing the Universal Division. So this should be interesting. This is match number 1 for the tag team tournament. Let's get it started.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, at a total combined weight of 454 pounds, the Wet Bandits.
Harry and Marv made their TWA debut a long while back in 2014, but they have yet to see any success in both singles or tag team competition for that matter. They hope to change their fortunes around here tonight when they face the newly minted team of Link and Donkey Kong.
I think the only time these guys would have success is if their opponents just happen to faint.
As long as it's not a kid, they're fine.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 542 pounds, Link and Donkey Kong.
Link and Donkey Kong already have a weight advantage.
Link, as hard as it is to believe, has never won a title in the Television Wrestling Association. But he hopes to change his fortunes around with this match. Beginning with this match.
Oh, I almost didn't notice. Link's got a new attire on.
Yep. He's teaming up with Donkey Kong, former tag team champion himself. So Donkey Kong, I would argue, has experience in the tag team realm that he could offer to his partner Link. Link already starting with an armbar, and this will be very interesting, Mark, to see Link and Donkey Kong as a team as they have different styles. Link being a very good wrestler and a high flyer. Donkey Kong, he's the muscle of the group. He is a brawler, a street fighter of sorts. Nintendo family always relied on him to be the muscle. Link already off to a great start with a half Boston Crab on Harry. And Harry just kicked Link off.
Marv couldn't even do that move right.
I think Marv was more obsessed with staying on the ropes and not being knocked off, as opposed to nailing Link when he had the opportunity to do so. That's going to be a mistake that could cost them. And I know Harry and Marv, they will not back down. They're tough. When you're from the streets of Chicago, you gotta be tough.
And if you survive being electrocuted and blown up, yeah, I guess you are pretty tough.
And now we got Harry and Donkey Kong in the ring. But now Harry makes the tag to Marv. And Marv is already met with a rude awakening courtesy of Donkey Kong. And Donkey Kong just ramming Marv's head right into the canvas. And the crowd in Toronto is loving it. Massive clothesline, and Marv ends up on the outside. Although this would be a weird situation if both teams end up being counted out. What happens?
I don't know, maybe we'd go to overtime. You know, like what we used to have in the ML. Never mind.
Donkey Kong with a hard punch to the solar plexus of Marv. He's already reeling. I don't know if Marv is legitimately scared of the big ape. And now Donkey Kong letting Link take care of some business. This team of Link and Donkey Kong, Mark, it reminds me of the teams in the old days like Superfly Jimmy Snuka leaping off Andre the Giant's shoulders and onto an opponent. And Link, he's been looking great in that ring. All that time off, he's been recuperating pretty well. I remember he had an injury once that unfortunately put a stop to his career for a while. And Link with an armbar, he's really making Marv scream here. And Harry is just getting frantic. Link is really pouring it on. He's making Marv suffer.
If his arm were free, I'm sure he would have tapped.
And I was certain that was it for sure. And Marv just ended up ramming right into the referee. I don't know if that was intentional or if that was accidental, just trying to get away from Link. Link and Marv fighting on the outside. Hard kick. And Donkey Kong motioning to the crowd that it's over. And Link, massive sit-down powerbomb onto the outside. It'd be more useful to get Marv back in the ring, of course. Link just draped or guillotined Marv's head on the post. Or on the edge of the ring, excuse me. Link really focusing on the legs. And here we go. Link with the Triforce choke submission hold. Is he going to make Marv tap out here? He's really getting angry right there. And that's it. Marv submitted. Link and Donkey Kong are the winners.
Here are your winners, Link and Donkey Kong.
DK and Link already make an impressive debut as a team. And they're on their way to the semi-final round. Harry and Marv, I don't think they stood a chance here.
Nope.
But there are many hungry teams in the TWA that want to make an impression, that want to be the TWA Tag Team Champions. So Link and Donkey Kong better not rest too much. And coming up next, it's going to be James Bond defending his title, although it's now been named the Blockbuster Championship, and he's defending it against Tarzan.
Well, I guess with all those heavyweights in the Warner Brothers division, they can't really call it the light heavyweight title anymore.
So I guess from here on out, the light heavyweight title has been discontinued. And it's now the Blockbuster Championship, and I guess this makes James Bond the first ever Blockbuster Champion, if I'm reading this correctly.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the TWA Blockbuster Championship.
Heard that during everybody's time off between TWA's closing and reopening, that Tarzan returned to civilization, and he's apparently, well, civilized now.
Yeah, he's almost speaking like he's a Scotsman for some reason. I mean, I know he's trying to be British, but Tarzan, not too happy about being forced to give up the tag team titles either earlier tonight. But he was selected by the Warner Bros. Division. Conan was selected by Universal. Conan was already unsuccessful in stripping Nazareth of the Universal title. Can Tarzan hope to have different luck? And here's the now first ever blockbuster champion, 007 James Bond, who last time we went off the air became a very disgruntled superstar.
Perhaps with all that time off, he calmed down. Who knows? I mean, the crowd, they're still a little boozed, but not like they were in 2015.
Introducing first, the challenger from London, England, weighing in at 233 pounds, the ape man, Tarzan. And his opponent, also from London, England, weighing in at 216 pounds, he is the TWA Blockbuster Champion, 007 James Bond.
It would be weird, Mark, if Bond were to be the first ever blockbuster champion and also to be the shortest should he lose to Tarzan. And James Bond already starting off pretty good with a shot to the knees.
Bond, he's considered a technician, so if I were him, I'd just keep Tarzan on the mat as long as I could, because he can't leap on you from the floor.
Indeed. Tarzan being a high flyer, James Bond being a great technical wrestler. I'm not concerned about either man's stamina. Both men, I think, can go for a very long time. And James Bond got a 2 count. And apparently both of these men are English countrymen, so to speak. I don't know if this means they'll be allies, and both are selected by the Warner Bros. Division. James Bond already working on some unique submission holds to try to get Tarzan to submit. Oh, Tarzan is just too agile. Throws his body in front of 007.
Tarzan looked like he improved his core workout when he was off. He looked a lot more lean than he used to.
And now Tarzan cranking the neck for a neck breaker on 007. And James Bond, he reverses Tarzan's punch with a chop. And now, oh! Tarzan with a hard kick. Comes in with a major, massive drop kick. Now Tarzan is having Bond play his game. One, only a count of 1. Bond with an Irish whip. He misses. Tarzan, what is he going to do now? Bond, hard punches to the solar plexus, but I think Tarzan, he's trained for those.
I mean, have you seen those abs? You could probably break a baseball bat over them.
The Blockbuster champion is reeling. This would be humiliating if Bond were to lose the Blockbuster championship after being declared the first ever. Tarzan just waiting for Bond to get up. I think that's a big mistake. With a veteran like Bond, you gotta stay on him. You cannot give him an inch, otherwise he will do what he's just doing right now, a chop to the chest. Here's a pin.
Out of position, ref.
Indeed, out of position, but I think it's going to take a lot more than a chop to keep Tarzan down. Hard kick, I think, to the chest and a slap. And there's the veteran instincts of Bond, kicking right to the knee. Tarzan with a hard scoop slam and a nice pin. Tarzan weighing in on Bond, but oh, he reverses with a neck break.
A nice back and forth match we've got so far.
Yes, indeed. It's both men are laying it all down in that ring, and the crowd in Toronto, I'm sure, is being appreciative of it. And now Bond. What's his next move? Looks like he took too much time. You wouldn't expect that from a veteran like Bond. And there's Tarzan with the Lotus Lock. He's going to get James Bond to submit here. Punch. Tarzan. Oh, sorry. James Bond with a DDT. He really just planted the challenger right there. James Bond hopes to put Tarzan away with the code MI6. But Tarzan, he's really giving 007 a hard time. Tarzan, hard shot. Now he's matching Bond for chops to the chest. What is Bond planning now? Ooh, hard fist.
Oh, we're going to the outside? Why not?
Well, I guess James Bond is in a position where a countout would do him just fine because he retains the title either way. Tarzan, hard shot to the solar plexus. I think it looked close to the balls area, but Tarzan gets back in the ring. He knows that he can't win the title on the floor. Tarzan, he's gearing in. He's getting ready. But, oh! Looks like James Bond is a little hard to put away. Massive pile driver. Really compressed Tarzan's neck right there. He just dropped him like a sack of potatoes. 1, 2. No! Tarzan is still in it. I can't believe that. I would think the pile driver would have put Tarzan away. There's a sleeper hold by Bond. I mean, he's really compressing that bad neck area. He's capitalizing it. Veteran instincts of 007. But Tarzan, he's showing some spirit. He's showing some guts, and he's getting out. Bond is thinking, what do I got to do to put this man away? This ape man away, anyway. And Tarzan, hard Russian leg sweep.
and both men look absolutely exhausted.
The match is reaching, I think, the 10-minute mark now. James Bond with a hard shot. There's the code MI6.
What are you doing?
I'm puzzled by Bond's method here. He should have gone for the pin. He would have retained the title. Maybe Bond's a little rusty. I don't know, Mark. If that's going to be the case, Tarzan looks like he might win the title. There's a hard kick. He's going up. The primal scream. Once we hear this, we know it's over. There's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Tarzan wins the title.
The winner of this bout and new blockbuster champion, Tarzan.
Talk about an unbelievable victory for Tarzan. And James Bond, even though he has the shortest reign as blockbuster champion, he has nothing really to be ashamed about.
Yeah, he does. He had the match won, and instead of pinning him, he goes for a sleeper hold.
Well, Bond's, of course, a little rusty. A lot of the wrestlers in TWA are rusty. I mean, hell, I'm rusty at the announce table. But anyway, congratulations to Tarzan, new blockbuster champion.
Sorry to interrupt the program, folks, but I'm afraid I have some sudden and unfortunate news. Apparently, Metal Queen has been trying to contact me all night, and I don't own one of those cellular phones. Anyway, I have been told that she needed to bow out of the match for reasons she preferred not to elaborate on. This regrettably means that the Samus Metal Queen match has been cancelled.
Oh, come on.
But I will not cheat you all out of a Women's Championship Contenders match here tonight. We originally had a new Superstar Initiative match planned between two debuting divas tonight. So I will add Samus to that contest and make it a triple threat match for number 1 contendership of the Women's Championship coming up next. I apologize for this last minute amendment, everyone. I hope this change will suffice.
What happened with Metal Queen?
I don't know. Indy would not give any details, or Metal Queen's not giving any details over why she's bowing out of the match.
Well, I hope it's nothing serious or anything.
I mean, it's not like Metal Queen to bow out like this.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is a triple threat match. Introducing first, from Zebes, weighing in at 220 pounds, Samus!
If we heard Indiana Jones right, he said that Samus is being added to a Superstar Initiative match. And it's for a contendership of the women's title, which means that 2 brand new divas will be in this match, and they're going to have the opportunity of a lifetime right away.
To say the least. So who are these new divas?
And from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 138 pounds, the Mistress of the Dark, Elvira! I've heard about her show before, and I'm very familiar with that chest. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I don't know what her skill is as a wrestler, but I guess we'll find out. Anyway, from what I've gathered on the cards, Elvira was selected by the Universal Division.
Well, we've got one more new diva to unveil.
Elvira's getting anxious. And from Jakku, weighing in at 121 pounds, Rey! Rey, a Jedi. Apparently was selected by the 20th Century Fox Division.
And a somewhat controversial figure, depending on your opinions of a certain movie last year.
Let's try not to bring that into the equation.
Well, like I said, for 2 of the 3 of these divas in this match, this is a huge opportunity.
Well, I would also argue that's a huge opportunity for Samus as well to regain the TWA Women's title. The only catch would being is that her best friend, Santina, is the current Women's Champion. Samus already starting things off against Rey and Elvira. I guess Samus has the size advantage thanks to her suit.
And it looks like Rey and Elvira know that. They've been kind of targeting her in this match so far.
But that alliance didn't last very long. Rey just tripped Elvira, and now Samus working over the female Jedi Rey. And Elvira, I mean, she's got balls, figuratively speaking, of course, to go after Samus with all that metal on her. And Rey cranes the neck of Samus. She was very close to pulling that helmet off, and Samus is retreating to the outside. I don't think there is a count out in this match, so Samus doesn't have to worry about being counted out. However, she cannot stay outside too long because she doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose the match. And now Rey. And now Samus. Perfect plex, or I guess a Samus plex. And now Samus throws Rey right out of the ring with gusto. And Elvira is reeling right now. Samus is indeed looking like the better of the 3. Hard shots. With that metal she has on her, that's not going to do Elvira's head any favors. Although maybe she's got a thick head of hair. Samus with an arm drag to Rey. Samus with a hard DDT. But Elvira saw the opportunity while Samus was down. Hard slap. And Elvira answers with a DDT of her own.
We know what Samus can do in that ring, and with Rey and her experience as a Jedi, but Elvira, I don't know.
Yeah, she's kind of just a TV host.
Rey with a drop kick. And Samus. The Norfair Nightmare. She put Metal Queen away with that move to win the women's title. 1, 2. No! Rey just got the shoulder up. Unbelievable. I thought Samus had the match won for sure. She knocks Elvira down. 1, 2. No. Only a 2. And Samus just picked up the dead weight of Elvira and hit her with a brain buster. And now Samus going after Rey. I think Rey and Elvira picked the wrong woman to make an impression in this initiative, this new superstar initiative, if you will. They picked the wrong person to pick a fight with. Elvira with a suplex. And, ooh! Elvira with a moonsault. I think she landed her knees right into Samus. And Rey with an Irish whip throws Elvira into the corner. And now what's Rey planning to do here? Oh, it's like almost a stunner from the top rope. Unbelievable. Rey has shown great athleticism so far. And now Rey. I think it was a gut-wrench suplex of sorts, and Samus retreating to the outside. That's the veteran instincts of Samus. And Elvira drapes Rey's neck on the ropes with a guillotine. 1, 2. Rey kicks out. Be quite something if Rey and Elvira, or Elvira, wins this match, and they instantly go on for a shot at the women's title. And Samus throws Elvira out of the ring. Samus has got Rey. I think she's reeling at this point. Massive clothesline. And picking up the dead weight. And there's a variation of a powerbomb right there. And now Rey gets thrown into the ring. Elvira with a steel chair shot to Samus, but I think anything goes. 1, 2, don't end like this. And Samus just barely kicked out. I think we can see desperation on behalf of Elvira, where she has to use a steel chair. Granted, it's legal, but 1, 2. No, Samus still kicks out. She really wants that shot at the women's title so badly. I don't know if it's in a Jedi, though, for Rey to use a steel chair. Russian leg sweep by Elvira. And Elvira hopes to get the win here, but not a chance. Samus shoves Elvira down. Hard club.
I think she's going for the screw attack.
The screw attack from the top rope. Oh! It landed right on Elvira with perfect precision. 1, 2, 3. Rey tried to break it up, but it was too late. Samus is the winner.
Here is your winner, Samus.
Samus gets the title shot at the Women's Champion Santina at the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia.
Sorry, Santina, but I don't really like your chat. What the hell? What's this awful music?
Some blonde girl on the outside.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Yeah, I'm talking, so shut up, pleasies. You know who I am, but in case you sweeties have been brain dead for the past 50 years, I'll remind you. I am Barbie. Yeah, the Barbie. And the TWA must feel blessed to have signed a legend of my caliber. I mean, like, who have they got? Let's see. There's a gross tomboy that not even a guy with an L on his forehead would touch. Two paper bag sisters who've obviously never heard of plastic surgery. Okay, your booing is about a 9. I need you at about a 0? Thanks. There's an old crazy lady that thinks robots will take over the world. An extremely overrated rocky emo who can't apply a red lip to save her life. And of course, you. The great and all-powerful Sammy. Yeah, I'd be pretty powerful if I had a big suit protecting me all the time. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to congratulate you on becoming Women's Championship contender. I look forward to watching that Santina babe prove to these sheep how much of a freak you are. And after that, why don't you text me and I'll send you a video on how to do your wing liner properly. Bye-bye, cheese.
So now we have Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie. I don't know what division is going to select her, but...
Well, she made fun of just about everybody, but for some reason she had nice things to say about Santina.
Well, folks, coming up next, apparently we got tag team action. Nazareth and the Invisible Man are going to be taking on the team of Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, now known as Friday the 31st.
And I'm receiving word that this is also part of the tag team tournament.
Alright, so Nazareth hopes to not only, successfully retained his Universal title here tonight. Now he's hoping to add the tag team championships to his mantle.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a total combined weight of 455 pounds, the Invisible Man and the current TWA Universal Champion, Nazareth.
I actually thought the Invisible Man may have been retiring from in-ring competition, but thankfully that's not true.
The amount of gold that both of these men have held, Nazareth being the Universal Champion and the Invisible Man, former Primetime Champion and former 2-time TWA Champion. He beat Chuck Norris in the main event of Telethon 5, so he's really etched his name in Television Wrestling Association history. Whether I like the guy or I don't, this guy is a unique competitor.
I like him.
You made sure to remind me of that every day.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 525 pounds, Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, Friday the 31st.
We caught a glimpse of what these two can do together before the TWA closed down.
Yes, and both of these men have been selected by the Paramount Division, so their team can still go on as planned. Can't say the same for Brute Force. This could be Jason and Michael's time to shine in the tag team division. Link and Donkey Kong, for sure they have got to be watching this match, because they might have to cross paths with these two. Take a look at the capacity crowd here at the Scotiabank Arena in Toronto, Canada. Now, I gotta have reason to believe, Mark, that the advantage lies with Friday the 31st, Jason and Michael, because, first of all, they got the size advantage. At a total combined weight of 525 pounds, Jason and Michael are going to be hard to put down. Not to mention, Nazareth already competed earlier tonight against Conan for the Universal title, so odds are he's going to be a bit tired.
I'm actually a little puzzled by why they decided to stick Nazareth in there first. I mean, already Nazareth's kind of getting his ass handed to him.
Now Jason working on Nazareth on the outside. Michael is summoning for him to bring Nazareth back to the ring. Jason throws him back in. Nazareth and Invisible Man both representing the Universal Division, Jason and Michael representing Paramount. And there's a swift kick, close to the balls, but not quite. I think it was the upper thigh. And Michael with a hard leg drop just draped it across the neck of Nazareth. I think he almost decapitated him. Michael Myers already doing a great job at neutralizing the Universal Champion Nazareth, already taking advantage of his weakened and tired state. Invisible Man has yet to see action in that ring so far. And I'm also seeing that Jason and Michael are a better team. They're more in sync with each other. Meanwhile, I think this is the first time Nazareth and Invisible Man work as a team, so I don't really know what to expect from them. Why is Michael walking on invisible air? He ends up outside the ring.
Nazareth, he hasn't gotten one offensive move in. And Invisible Man holding out his hand. If Nazareth was smart, he'd tag it.
Nazareth is completely in no man's land. He's getting double teamed and destroyed by Jason and Michael. And Jason makes another tag to Michael. They're frequently making tags to ensure that both men stay fresh. And considering how one of them is dead, Jason Voorhees, it's important that he's preserved. I mean, stays in that ring too long, he'll be decomposed. And Invisible Man's getting frantic.
Tag him, there you go. Yes.
And finally, Invisible Man is getting into the match, and we'll see what he can do, but Michael Myers already trips him. Looks like Invisible Man no longer has the element of surprise on his side anymore. Now, the fact that he's fully clothed and can be seen, Michael Myers, and most opponents for that matter, I think it's now know what they have to do to keep him down. And Nazareth is just taking a rest on the outside. Jason dumps the Invisible Man with a suplex, and here's the pin. 1. Invisible Man kicks out. Hard club, hard shot. And there's another suplex. And I think Jason once again had a grasp of Invisible Man's balls. I mean, how many times have I said balls tonight? Now, what's Jason up to? He just dumped Invisible Man right on the ropes, scoop slam, and Invisible Man already makes a tag to Nazareth, who's still somewhat tired. Maybe he regained some of his energy being on the outside, but Jason.
You rusty idiot.
Rusty idiot. You didn't say that earlier against Conan.
Well, Invisible Man was doing fine, and then he tagged him back in, and now they're losing again.
Or maybe Invisible Man and Nazareth just don't seem to have an answer to this team. Jason and Michael they've been on fire. Although it might be in Jason's best interest to make a tag at this moment, because I think Nazareth's now starting to find an opening. And Jason makes the tag to Michael. What are these two going to do to him? Double choke slam! Nazareth just got sent to hell with that one. 1, 2... Oh, and Nazareth just kicked out. Unbelievable. I thought that was over.
I think I saw Invisible Man break up the pin there.
No, Invisible Man was being stopped by Jason. And there's a belly-to-belly suplex by Michael. Nazareth still showing some guts, even after defending his Universal title against Conan. I gotta tip my hat off to him. He's showing why he is the Universal Champion and why he's a competitor not to be messed with. He doesn't quit. Meanwhile, Invisible Man continuing to yell at Nazareth, and Michael is gonna bring Invisible Man in the hard way.
What was that for?
Well, Invisible Man was running his mouth, and Michael just couldn't take it. Hard shots, and now what's Michael going to do to Nazareth now? playing around with his head before dropping him to the canvas like a bad habit. Jason with a hard headbutt. With that hockey mask on, it's gotta be more damage. Jason makes a tag to Michael again. They just keep confusing Nazareth and Invisible Man with their constant tags. And now Michael sending Nazareth to hell again with a choke slam. And here's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Jason and Michael are the winners.
Here are your winners, Friday the 31st.
Damn Nazareth.
Nazareth, I mean, he was winded out. He was tired. And Jason and Michael, I think, were just too good in that matchup. They knew when to make the tags. They have great symmetry together as a team. Nazareth, I'm pretty sure he's disappointed, although he's got nothing to be ashamed about. And Invisible Man, what's going on here?
I'm disappointed too, Invisible Man.
And Invisible Man just giving an earful to Nazareth, even though Nazareth is pleading that he tried. I mean, I personally don't think Nazareth deserved that. Invisible Man, I think, is being unreasonable.
Well, they would have been just fine if Nazareth tagged Invisible Man more.
I don't know. Invisible Man, he was getting rattled by Jason and Michael's offense. I think no matter what, Friday the 31st would have emerged as the victors.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Super Mario!
Oh, they're welcoming him all right.
The loudest ovation of the night thus far for one of the greatest TWA legends of all time, Super Mario. Selected by the Universal Division, and what does he have to say? I mean, I don't think he's scheduled for a match here tonight. We're about to find out what he has to say.
It's me, Mario, and I'm back, everybody! But it's not only me. My brother Luigi, my friends Donkey Kong, Link, Daisy, and the Wario brothers. We are all back and keeping the Nintendo Familia running. Well, with the one exception. The nerd has had a very busy life since TWA first closed down. What with the shooting his movies and becoming a father, he had no choice but to decline our invitation to return. So since I have seniority in the group, I have decided to retire from in-ring competition and offer my services to the Nintendo family as our new manager. But not before I complete one last task. I have accomplished it all in my career. I have won tag team championships with my brother. I have feuded with my brother. I have won the TWA championship and every title underneath it. But I've never won the Royal Rumble. I feel like
got the Royal Rumble win and one last TWA Championship run left in me before I hang up my cap.
It's getting intense now.
Ask and Mario shall receive. Here comes the TWA champion Chuck Norris. And I thought the reception that Mario got was huge, but this eclipses it.
Norris is of course waiting to see the winner of the Frankenstein Hulk match.
Not only the TWA champion, but the king of the Royal Rumble himself. And, I dare to say it, an icon in our industry, Chuck Norris. And you got Mario in that ring. I don't mean no disrespect, stranger. I just had to take advantage of this opportunity. You and I are considered by many to be the two greatest TWA athletes who ever stepped in this ring. And yet, you and I have never shared the ring. Not once. So I think I, more than anybody else, would love to see you win the Royal Rumble. Then the TWA can watch the main event of a lifetime. Chuck Norris versus Super Mario for the TWA Championship at Telethon 7.
Mamma mia! What the main event that would be indeed! I'm surprised it hasn't happened already too. Well, let's make a little bet then. You retain the TWA Championship against the Hulk or Frankenstein, and I'll win the Royal Rumble match.
You got yourself a deal, partner.
Just the thought of that match, it gives you goosebumps.
I want some of that. Fans already cheering at the mere prospect of Mario and Chuck Norris crossing paths. But, you know, there still is the Royal Rumble left to go, and the road to Telethon is still a long one. Who knows if Chuck Norris is even going to be a TWA champion heading into Telethon? Oh, the Hulk is ready. And coming up next, folks, it's our main event. The Incredible Hulk crossing paths with his sworn nemesis, Frankenstein. You talk about main event. This has got to be it. These two men, main event, they were in the main event of Telethon 3 when Hulk defended his television heavyweight championship.
And they were also the finalists in our previous King of the Tube.
In 2015, absolutely. This will be huge. This will be epic. And not for the faint at heart.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 520 pounds, the Incredible Hulk!
As big of a feud as this is, it is kind of one-sided, as of the 3 times these two have met in the past, Hulk has won all 3 encounters.
That has got to be bugging Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein wants to prove that he is the one true monster that the TWA has ever had. But of course, the Hulk eclipses him so far. The Hulk being former TWA heavyweight champion, former tag team champion, and former rated R champion.
And his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Victor Frankenstein from Germany, weighing in at 300 pounds, Frankenstein's Monster! Of course, Frankenstein is no slouch in that ring either in terms of accomplishments. Former Universal Champion, former Primetime Champion, and former Tag Team Champion.
His career did kind of go in the dumps for a little while, until his creator, Victor Frankenstein, came back into his life and just reinvented him. Not to mention he seemed to have reinvented his hairstyle too. For some reason, Victor Frankenstein's bald now.
Frankenstein wants to accomplish 2 things in the upcoming weeks. First, he wants to get a victory over the Hulk. That is a must in his eyes. And second, he wants to win the TWA Championship for the first time in his career. And he can do that. Should he get past the Hulk, he can try to get past Chuck Norris at the Royal Rumble, provided he does so. And of course, Chuck Norris has got to be in the back watching this match. And of course, this is a legendary battle of 2 smash-mouth, brute force type of competitors. It won't be any catch-as-catch-can wrestling. You won't find any technical wrestling expertise here. Both of these men are vertical competitors. The irresistible force meeting the immovable object. I would say the longer this match goes, the more both men are going to end up being tired. Now, some people will say, but Frankenstein's dead. He doesn't have to worry much about running out of air, but keep in mind, he runs on electrical charge that Victor Frankenstein offers him. And Victor Frankenstein can only keep his monster electrically charged for so long before the batteries run out, so to speak.
So he's like my smartphone. Except he doesn't cost $500 a month.
And Frankenstein, already off to a good start, throws the Hulk out of the ring. I mean, you talk about great matchups between giants. You talk about Andre the Giant against Big John Studd, the Big Show against Kane, and now you have the Hulk against Frankenstein.
Oh, ref, do you not see a chair right at your feet?
I mean, these two have got to be careful. They don't want to get disqualified, or else they lose the opportunity to go to the Royal Rumble in Philadelphia to face Chuck. Hulk with a hard kick. And I thought Hulk was going to go airborne. I guess he decided not to take the risk. Probably for the best. And Hulk getting distracted by Victor Frankenstein. Hard fist. I also wonder if Mario is actually watching this match, too. Anyway, we got 2 men who have already entered their names in the 40-man Royal Rumble match. We have Justin Boner, or the artist formerly known as Legs, entering his name, and Mario, has also announced that he will be in the 40-man Royal Rumble match in Philadelphia in a few weeks.
And we've got one more Battlefront until then, as well as that new house show that Indiana Jones briefly mentioned. So I'm sure we'll get news of more Rumble entrants on those two shows.
We also know that Samus, thanks to her win in the triple threat match earlier tonight, she will face Santina for the women's title at the Royal Rumble. And of course, we will see the continuation of the Tag Team Championship tournament in the next couple of weeks. We already saw Link and Donkey Kong secure a victory, and we also saw Jason and Michael moving on to the next round. Frankenstein with a hard power slam. And Victor approves of his creation. Frankenstein with a hard backbreaker. I gotta say, Frankenstein has actually been doing very well offensively in this match. It's like he has finally figured the Hulk out. He's studied him. Of course, I think the Hulk may have a size advantage, or at least a height advantage. And the Hulk just grabbed Frankenstein by the neck halfway across the canvas. And now the Jolly Green Giant hopes to turn things around, but Frankenstein is not giving him any breathing room. I think this is a new Frankenstein that we're seeing here.
I'm telling you, Victor has had a very positive influence on his monster. He probably is the brain in that thick skull of his.
Well, you better be glad that Frankenstein didn't hear you on that.
Well, we're in a skybox now, so I could say whatever I want. They won't hear anything.
And the Hulk already, he's motioning, trying to get the crowd in Toronto into a frenzy. He wants the crowd to come alive for him. And hard clothesline, gorilla press slam. And the Hulk smash. Oh, sorry, that was a body drop. Body slam. Excuse me. Frankenstein with a hard chop. And now Frankenstein grabbing the Hulk by the neck. I have never seen Hulk in a vulnerable situation like this before. Here's the pin. 1, 2. Hulk still has some gas left in the tank. Irish whip and Hulk already goes down. Frankenstein is just standing above him like a tower. And now Hulk finally secures a Boston Crab submission hold on Frankenstein. Is he going to tap? Frankenstein, he's just dealing with the pain and just reversed that Boston Crab. I thought... Just when I thought that Frankenstein looked like he might be done with, he just powered out of that. Hard shot. And Hulk tried to go for a slam, I think, but Frankenstein punched him in between the ribs. And now, what's Hulk planning here? And here's a suplex pile driver executed by the Hulk. The Jolly Green Giant looks like he's getting ready for the Hulk bomb. There it is! He put Frankenstein away with this move many times. Can he do it again? Oh, come on! Victor Frankenstein sticking his nose in the match where it doesn't belong, and Hulk is getting pissed. And he just hammered him. Hammers Victor Frankenstein in the corner. And now Hulk gets back in the ring. Hulk had the match won. But Frankenstein comes right back with a jab to the solar plexus. And there's a backbreaker. And Frankenstein is once again back in control. Frankenstein, I guess he hopes to finish the Hulk off here. Will it be enough? 1, 2. No! Hulk is still in the game. If we were judges and going by offense and defense, I would say Frankenstein would be the winner. But we don't have points here in the Television Wrestling Association. It's a pinfall or submission that wins the match. And now Hulk. He tried to, I guess, go for a finisher, but Frankenstein, he knew when to get up. Frankenstein, rib breaker. And just tossed Hulk aside like a bad habit. He's zeroing in. But Hulk jacks his jaw. Here we go. Another suplex pile driver. Can the Hulk hope to put Frankenstein away this time? Here's the pin. Come on, ref, give me a break. 1, 2. Oh! Hulk can't believe it, and neither can I. Come on, ref. That should have been 3. Frankenstein with a hard shot to the knee. I think the Hulk had the match won twice. But thanks to the referee and thanks to Victor Frankenstein, the match is still continuing. Hard scoop slam by Frankenstein. Another backbreaker. Frankenstein is rearranging the anatomy of the Hulk. And now Hulk tosses Frankenstein aside, but I guess to no avail. And there's another backbreaker, and Frankenstein just lifts Hulk over him again. What is he up to?
Oh, here it comes.
The brain chop. Put many opponents away with this. And there it is on the Hulk. 1, 2, 3. Frankenstein finally secures a victory over the Hulk.
Here is your winner, Frankenstein.
I tip my hat off to him. This is a new Frankenstein in town. But I gotta have reason to believe that the Hulk had the match won twice. If it wasn't for the referee being out of place and, of course, Victor Frankenstein interfering, I have reason to believe it would have been the Hulk. But nonetheless, it's Frankenstein who gets the title shot against Chuck Norris for the TWA title at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. We'd like to thank you for joining us on our first Battlefront back. Subscribe to us, comment as you see fit. Thanks for joining us, everybody. RJ Peckham and Mark Adams, signing off.